Virginia traveled west Saturday in search of an identity, one to replace the questions and uncertainties of a week prior. Under the Autzen lights and before a boisterous sea of yellow, an answer would come quickly. A ground game that stumbled in week 1 improved in week 2, with Reid leading the way. Although the upset bid would eventually fall short, the Cavaliers showed signs of rejuvenation and inched closer to the ideals set forth by new coach Bronco Mendenhall. The biggest change was evident in the offensive backfield, as Reid rumbled for 126 yards and a touchdown. It should be no surprise, as the big back from Washington, D.C. is accustomed to change.
Last week, as running backs, we put a big emphasis on we need to come back and be the guys that everybody saw in camp. Just getting the ball and running downhill and making big plays. And in the first week, we didn't see that. Coach Ottawa, he pushed us hard in practice all week. The running backs, we were sitting there dead tired in practice, but it was nothing else that we would rather do than to sit there and work hard just to prove ourselves. Once we established that running game and the O-line up front, they had a great game, opening up lanes for us, and just the backs reading blocks. And I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. The O-linemen up front are supposed to make the blocks for you, but it's your job to read blocks and set them up. The runs were there. It was just there for me to take it.
Just as the Virginia running game had to reinvent itself, Reid did the same this offseason. While always a downhill physical runner, he still had to work on other parts of his game to fully embrace his new role, the big back.
I was seen as the guy that was just a downhill runner, but I never thought of it as being a big back until these coaches came in and they put it into perspective for me as you're not just a big back who's going to be back there blocking, pass protecting, or run blocking. You're going to be a guy who does both. So it was a little bit of me being a guy like a smaller back sometimes when I'm in the backfield by myself, which you guys saw a lot of that this past weekend. And it's also the aspect of me being back there pass protecting. So just doing a little bit of both. When they told me what I was going to be, I just embraced that. So all through the spring, I wasn't getting the ball that much. And I was just working on, okay, pass blocking. Most of the time I was run blocking. But Coach Ottawa stuck with me and he just said, look, you're gonna get your chances, but we want to focus on you being a big back right now so you can get that down, and then you want to start doing both during the season. So it was just a thing of me embracing my role, being the bigger back. I have to set the tone as being that guy that's the physical guy in the backfield, and that's just what I embrace. You have to be the tough guy in the backfield. You have to be the physical guy. No matter what, I'm gonna have to be that guy that goes and make the block for Smoke. I have no problem with doing that because I know Smoke's gonna make plays just as well as I am. So just me being that guy that sets the tone and sets the mentality that's being the physical team and kind of like sets it around what our offense is supposed to be.
Reid, a graduate student in the Curry School of Education, has a history of seizing opportunities when they present themselves. Utilizing a redshirt year at the University of Maryland, he received his bachelor's degree in criminal justice in just 3 years, allowing him to transfer to UVA for not only immediate eligibility, but also a chance to pursue an advanced degree.
I feel like I do have the capability of being a coach. I might want to do that, I might want to pursue that, and I feel like educational psychology, as far as working as a teacher, just coaches are teachers basically. I just feel like having that, it can take me a lot of places. My drive comes from where I come from. My family aspect, coming from a low-income family or things like that, just having that drive to always make the best of everything that I do. I seen my mom work hard all her life, and it just pushes me to want to take care of her when I get older. So everything I'm doing is for a purpose. So graduating early, I'm doing it for a purpose. Like, I want that degree, but I also wanted another opportunity to play elsewhere. So I use school as a way to help me with football, but I also use football as a way to help me with school, which I still have an education to fall back on. Just getting a master's degree, it's only going to make me better in life and open up more opportunities for me.
There have been many changes in Reid's life of late: a new school, a new coaching staff, and a new position. But the biggest change in Reid's life occurred on May 30th. with the birth of his son, Aiden.
Having a child wasn't a part of my life where I had to take a step back from football and try to kind of like push football away a little bit. No, it was just I had another responsibility, which is a huge responsibility, but at the same time, I still have to play that role of being a football player and being a father at the same time and going to school. But I'm receiving a lot of help from his mom. His mom is taking care of him every day, and I applaud her for that because she's still in school as well when he first got here. And he was here with me in the summer. Just waking up, we had early morning workouts, and Aiden would be waking up and going back to sleep at 2, 3 in the morning. It was crazy for me, like staying up all night and then having to go to practice. But like I said before, like it's all for a purpose. Aiden also pushes me to want to get this master's degree because even after football is over, I have to provide for him. I have to make sure he has a better life than I had. Even though I didn't have the worst life because my mom and my dad made it better for me, but I want him to have everything. And I want to show him the way to become a man and take care of his responsibilities and be an educated young man.
Family is first for Reid and first for the Cavaliers, a belief that helps each through times of adversity.
I just love how the family aspect is. Family's first, always. And that's what keeps our team together closer and closer. It's just family's always first. We've become more of a family this year. We do have the pen and the pad to write our own story. And of course it was gonna be some growing pains. It wasn't like this is gonna happen right away. That's just a part of football. The breakthrough is coming. The breakthrough is coming.